Welcome to Longplays by Free Play. It's Chris Delp, Community Liaison for Free Play Arcade, joining you once again for a game very similar to one we have done. It is NBA Showtime, NBA on NBC. You may remember we did NBA Maximum Hang Time a few months back. You can find that in our video section. But there's a lot to cover on this game. You'll see right away why this game is quite timely. But right now, let's hit start and talk to you about the game itself. A little bit of load time on this because this is actually the combo cabinet, the sports station cabinet, which was a combination of Blitz 2000 and NBA Showtime. We're picking Showtime, and I'm going to wait for whatever a track music is playing because I don't want to miss the best part, and that's Round Ball Rock, and we're going to hear it right here. Ready? Go. Wasn't a huge fan of the NBA on NBC telecast back in the day, gonna be honest. Not the Bill Walton fan that you probably were. But that theme by John Tesh is the truth, and I can't hear enough of it. Let's get right to it. So, what team do you choose? This is the rosters of early 2000. Like, I want to say February of 2000. It has it listed on the game. It probably said it earlier in the track screen. I only ever played one team in this game, one player in this game. It is my favorite player of all time, of any sport, any athlete. It is not Kobe, but Shaquille O'Neal, who is available in this game. Me and Shaq and the NBA Jam franchise go back to the very beginning. I'll get into that, but 1-1-1 down, that's tournament mode. 1 down, that's show hotspot. And if you can type in ABA, that's how you get the ABA ball, which I ran out of time before the load screen ended. Tournament mode turns off all the codes, with the exception of codes that don't affect gameplay. Like the hotspot. That just shows you where your hotspot is. You could turn on big head mode and still have tournament mode on because that doesn't affect the gameplay. But things like infinite fire or goaltending allowed, those codes aren't allowed if you turn on tournament mode. Also CPU assistance, where the game automatically favors the team that is losing, is turned off or supposedly turned off. There's a lot of ghosts in this game, as when you take a shot, it's percentage based. There are factors that go into it. I'm leaving the instructions on the screen, but yeah, the intro scene is new. This is the game that brought the franchise, the NBA Jam franchise is what we're talking about really, to the 3D. There's my hotspot over there. Really advantageous hotspot there for Shaq. Top of the 3-point line. Let's see if I can hit it. Give it back to me, Kobe. There's the hotspot. Same controls that you're familiar with if you are familiar with NBA Jam. Just they're labeled quite well. Turbo, pass, shoot. The shoot button basically is a jump button. Same as the hang time thing. Nobody can shoot 3-pointers quite like Shaquille O'Neal, of course. So there's that. There's your hotspot. Once you activate the hotspot, you gotta make 2 shots. That activates it from the hotspot. Every shot subsequently that you take from that area is counted by the game as on fire, and you can be pretty sure that it's going in at that point. Again, that comes from hang time. I think of other things that are new to this game versus hang time. The 3D, of course. That includes like the 3D stage and how the camera pivots and how the spacing works. So it's got less of I don't know, it's got more of a fluid feel. It's hard to describe it. NBA Jam has this as well, where your characters appear to float around and not be so defined. NBA Hang Time, in particular, really tightened it down. You felt like you're playing on a grid. It was much more gamey. This one feels a little more like you have a basketball game going on and there's bodies in play and they spin around. You jump in awkward angles as someone jumps in awkward angles in real life. I'm trying to activate this hotspot, but you know, maybe Shaq isn't the best at shooting threes. There are alley-oops in this game. I can show you that at the beginning of the next corner. We're going to go through a couple of games here. Just me playing tips in the middle of the rounds, as per usual. Add-on to this game versus previous games, they changed commentators for the Maximum Hang Time and Hang Time series. I forget the name of the commentator right at the moment, but Tim Kurtzrow comes back as commentator of this game. He's the he's on fire guy you hear. I mean, you hear him. That's his voice. So he's back in the game. The voice you want to hear from NBA Jam or basically any NBA arcadey game, you want to hear Tim Kurtzrow's voice, and I totally get that. He killed it. He's also the voice of NBA Fast Break, the pinball machine. So really, if you're doing some sort of arcade NBA game, you need Tim Kurtzrow. We need to it's an activated hotspot. So even Shaq can make threes from that hotspot if it's activated. Woo, that's a hotspot. You hear the little poosh sound. It was the Robotron sound in Hang Time, but they changed it that. There you see the alley-oop. Kobe jumps up and blinks white. All I have to do is press pass and I'll do a sweet alley-oop. But I didn't hit pass. That works the same as the other game. You do the dunk without the ball. So hold turbo, hit shoot while you're in the lane going towards the basket. If you're not being defended, you'll jump up and glow white. Your teammate has to hit the pass button, or if you're playing with just a computer, you hit the pass button yourself. And then voila, you get an alley-oop, and it looks really sweet. You can do a double dunk the same way if you're dunking and your teammate goes up for an alley-oop at the same time. There we go. Voila, alley-oop. 3 alley-oops in a row, and you get your whole team on fire, which is, I'm kind of assuming at this point people understand. Make 3 shots in a row, you're on fire. We definitely covered that in a previous video. I couldn't quite make the. Wow, Tim was really happy about that last-minute shot. Holy cow, he's into that. It's time to make halftime substitutions. Kobe's got some injuries. Shaq, not so much. We're just gonna keep him in there. Keep discussing some of the differences between this game and the rest of the NBA franchise. You can select players individually. It's much easier to pick the person on your team you want. If you're a Dallas fan, we're in the Dallas area. While Dirk Nowitzki should have been in this game, he is not on the roster. It is his era, but they chose, I'm on fire now. They chose to put Steve Nash in a game, who was acquired the same day as Dirk Nowitzki. But Dirk himself, not in the game. Unfortunate omission that history is not kind to. He's in the console the console remake of NBA Jam. I want to say released in 2009. So if you want to play Dirk in an NBA Jam game, you're going to have to play on Xbox Live circa late 2000s, late aughts. And in that game, he's good. If he was in this game, he would have been awful because in all the NBA franchises, the Dallas team was just massacred, and they were awful in the records, and their player stats maybe even more than they should have reflected that. Spin moves have been altered to have that little deke move that you see there. Fouls have been added to this game because people felt salty about getting pushed like it was the Detroit Pistons of the, NBA Jam Bad Boys era. Clearly the Detroit Pistons of that era inspired this entire arcade franchise. So now if you push the guy with the ball, you get a foul. O'Neal has 3 fouls right now. I believe they reset every quarter. I'm not even paying attention to the score. They reset every quarter. Boom. Okay. Nice dunk. If you get 5 fouls, and I'm going to try, when they get the ball back, I'm going to try and foul them a couple times. 5 fouls means your opponents get a free throw attempt. Shaq's terrible at them. You can make them anyway, though. Want to foul the guy with the ball. The free throw is worth 3 points. It's a little pause in the action. Oh my goodness, that was awful. Yay. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. Man, could you imagine how much Tim would have popped off if that would have gone in? Shaq through the backboard, as per usual. You cannot break the backboard in this game. That was NBA Jam version 1 only. I want to say they added it to a version of NBA. They added it to another game back in. There was memory problems early. But the NBA was trying to distance from intentionally breaking the backboard. And much as they also wanted to be away from the other midway game violence of Mortal Kombat, so they had the Mortal Kombat characters removed from Jam TE. I'm back to 1 foul. Now I gotta foul these guys in the 4th quarter. This is awful. In addition to 3 points, if they make it, they get the ball. So it's a potential 6-point play if you foul your opponent out. So be careful with that. How did this affect my gameplay? I would say throughout the NBA Jam League, which you are welcome and encouraged to to join. Reach out to me. You can email me, chris@freeplayinc.com, to tell me about how you hate how I feel about this game, or that you want to join the NBA Jam League. And I'll get you in touch with Andy, who no doubt will be watching this. Hi, Andy. And you can get in the NBA Jam League as well. It's called the NBA Hangtime League right now because they're based in Richardson at the moment. And whoa, nice pass, Kobe on his back. That's a close game. Should I try and win it? No, I'm trying to foul people. I don't know that I could foul him enough to get on the line. So yeah, it affected my defense by making me play off-the-ball defense. I'm really known in the league for playing defense off the ball. It's directly because of this game. Because if you foul your off-the-ball opponent, you don't pick up a foul. If you foul the guy with the ball, you pick up a foul and potentially lose 6 points doing it. What? Ref. Am I winning or losing? There, tied up. Hey, I lost. I was barely paying attention. Tell you what, which of the following went to Oregon State? I have no idea. Of course, it was Rick Barry's son. I should have known that. Got to know your late 90s college trivia if you want to play this game. Let's try it this way. I want to show you. Do I want to do this? Yes, I do. I'm going to activate everything real quick. I want to show you some cool stuff with this game alone. What? All right, never mind. We're going back to a full game. Can Chris play as 2 joysticks at the same time? The answer is yes. AC Green, former Maverick. Oh, I should go to them. I already picked them out. Didn't pick them. Glenn Rice, he made the news for reasons. Rick Fox, owner of Team Echo Fox for a long time. We talked about him on the podcast and his departure of that esports team. Pioneer in esports, Rick Fox. Shaq, my hero. Kobe, the player I most identify with, probably of any athlete ever, is Kobe Bryant. Is that the only reason we're doing this? No, I like it. ABA right, that's how you get to your ABA ball. Now you'll see it, red, white, and blue ball. Again, I'm looking for that code for NBA Maximum Hang Time. I've seen the ABA ball in NBA Maximum Hang Time. The code, lost to time. Whatever it is to get the ABA ball, we don't know it. Charles Barkley back in the game. Hakeem, always the best character in the NBA Jam franchise, it seems like. He's not always. I think Shaq is the best character in this game. I don't think it's very close. It's probably not fair that I only play as Shaq. That probably doesn't help competitive balance, as I'm a decent player. Let's see if I can foul him now. But I can't help it. Shaq was from Louisiana. I'm sorry. He's born, I don't know where he was born. I think he was born in Texas. Anyway, he went to college in Louisiana. I spent some of my time growing up in Louisiana. He went to high school in Texas. Of course, I live in Texas and was born in Texas. So, and he's about 5 years older than I am. He was tearing down backboards when I was coming of age. And why wasn't I a fan? Like, he was the best player. The Cowboys were terrible at the time. Of course, I was in love with the guy with the huge smile who would tear down backboards and acted like a big kid throughout his playing career and life. And also, you know, I don't know. I have strong feelings for him. Kobe, my perpetual teammate in this game, is the guy I always played with. He is the athlete that I'm most identified with. If I break three, there it is. I missed it. I'm so sorry. Yes, that's in. So you can do, if you rebound the ball, press the shoot button to follow up. You do a layup. That includes from the three-point line. Yes, you can do a layup for three off of a rebound like that. We have 14 seconds left. I want to pay attention just enough to like win this game 2-on-1. What? Get that out of here. No way I can get a shot up. So Shaq was in NBA Jam 1, played it for that reason, loved the game, fell in love with NBA Jam, never stopped playing. He was taken out of the game after that, which meant I could play as any of the characters because I didn't have to play with Shaq. If I'm playing NBA Jam, I'm playing as Shaq. If I'm playing NBA Showtime, I'm playing as Shaq, period. This is the game where Shaq came into his own as well. He was very good in that game, but he had Scott Skiles with him, who was a great coach, I guess. Not necessarily the best basketball player to team with. By the time the Orlando Magic were good in the NBA Hangtime era, Shaq was removed from the game because he was too busy making Shazam or Kazam or Blue Chips or whatever movie he was starring in. And his agent didn't want him to be in the game. Same with Michael Jordan. He's not in this game either. He should be. It's a sad thing, but he isn't. He may have been retired as of this season. This might have been during his second retirement, but regardless. This is Kobe's first or second season. I think it's his second season because Shaq and all that. I should have alley-ooped it to myself. Am I? Okay. I'm not playing as Kobe anymore. Whee! So Shaq, a few years older than me. Kobe, my age. He's about 2 years older than me. He was the high schooler coming straight out. He was the kid in my mind. He always looks like this in my head. He does look similar to this in all pictures ever taken of him. Of course, he passed away very recently. I want to say it's been about 10 days before the filming of this. Died tragically in a helicopter accident. There we go. Hold turbo, hit pass, top of the key on a breakaway. You will alley-oop it to yourself. That does not count as an alley-oop dunk, so you can't go on Team Fire dunking it to yourself, but it looks awesome. Kobe. I mean, I just look at that and like, this is the Kobe I remember. That's my player. That's my teammate, period. I don't want anybody off the bench. I don't want Glenn Rice. I don't even know who the rest of the Lakers are. I don't even care that they're on the Lakers. They could be on any team. It's these two. He's my age. He came out of high school. He was the prodigy. I was the best video game player around. I was the best NBA Jam player around. I was hot stuff. So was he. He's playing with my hero. He's winning championships with my hero. When I say like I cared a lot. Way too much. But what can I say? I was 17. Actually, I was probably 20 at this point. In 2019. Played the heck out of this at GameWorks and Grapevine. But yeah, Kobe passed away, and it has me having all kinds of member berries about this team, this game, wanting to play this game, and really thinking about how I felt about Kobe. I don't know what to say about it. Like Kobe is it's not like I could say about Shaq where it's just like, hey, that's my hero, right? He is a conflicted person in my mind. It all... 3? Get in there. For me, it's all that 2003 season. And by the way, I can say these are from my opinions when it comes to Kobe Bryant, not free plays. I think that's obvious. This is my personal feelings. He was always a controversial subject throughout his entire career. So if you got a problem with anything I say, it's definitely a problem with me, Chris Delp, and not free play. And feel free to message me and bug me about it. But great player, loved watching him. Oh, I thought it was a breakaway there. Hey, I found his hot spot. Top of the three-point line, apparently. Get it. This is a very good team, by the way, I'm playing against. Houston Rockets with Charles Barkley and Hakeem Olajuwon. I didn't look to see if Drexler's still on this team or Scottie Pippen. It may be Scottie Pippen's version of him. I really need to pay attention to this game a little bit. Maybe. Can I do it? I doubt it. See, good things happen when I pay attention for 7 seconds. What you think? I'm winning this game. ABA ball. Yeah, throughout the 2000s, I couldn't cheer for the Cowboys. Loved hearing Kobe. 2003 happened. He had his legal troubles. I don't want to go into it more than that. There we go. We're on fire and we're winning. Obviously, they're problematic. If you're trying to block dunks on this game, you don't want to push like you did in NBA Hang Time. You want to actually go up and you want to look for a specific animation. See if I can let them dunk. You don't want that animation. You want the one where he swats the ball. And if you hold down the shoot button and let go, you will let him swat the ball. You want the ball to swat the actual ball. If that happens, that's the motion right there. I got knocked out of it because of the power and grace of Charles Barkley, which, by the way, rightful on the power. Dang, all the threes for Shaq. There we go. So Kobe, number 8, big fan. 2003 happened, legal troubles. I did not have a jersey, but like I was all about watching every single game because Shaq and his little buddy. And I can relate because Kobe was always one to work extra hard. Extra hard. Shaq, maybe not so much. He would work hard as well, but like Kobe would never stop. And if you know me, I never stop working. My job is also playing games, as was his. And I think we both feel a responsibility, or felt, that if we're going to be playing games, we'll just be doing it right and to the best of our ability. Nice, got the follow. Blowing him away now. There's your free throw. Let's look at it. He's shooting for 3. The computer usually pegs it right in the middle. You want to get it close to the middle as possible. There it is. It's going in. Doesn't matter if it bounces around. It's going in. And they get possession. Potential 6-point play. And that means he's heating up. See, he's smoking now. So almost on fire just from that. So a foul to the line could be potentially very dangerous. We're going to overtime. Yeah. You gotta get that extra quarter. So number 8, before he went to 24, Kobe. That 2003 season, 2004 season, that's the end of the Shaq and Kobe era. And it's really, in my mind, like he's having the case. They're in the NBA Finals. They're playing against the worst team I've ever seen win an NBA championship, the Detroit Pistons of that era. Their superstar they didn't have one. The Lakers had all of them, including Karl Malone, one of the best players from the NBA Jam series. And I want to say Gary Payton was on that team, also one of the best players from the NBA Jam series. Shrimp Scampi loves to play with them. Kobe and Shaq and I want to say Dennis Rodman's on that team? No, Rodman's gone by that time. Anyway, they got an absolute stacked team against a garbage team, and Kobe is on ESPN every night for sexual assault trial reasons and decides to take all of the shots, all of them, and miss many of them. And man, I felt his frustration at Shaq. He took that was sort of the beginning of the new era Kobe, where he takes all the shots and he doesn't care about his teammates at all. And that's how we decided to live it. And they lost because of that year. The team broke up. Shaq joined the Heat, immediately wins the championship with some interesting refereeing in Miami, and is immediately vindicated for him being the best player in the league, which he was at the time. Kobe kept his mantra of taking all the shots and led the NBA in scoring for like a million years after that. Eventually got an entire team traded to him for, I believe, a can of Magic Beans, and won a couple of rings himself. I really have a lot of mixed feelings about Kobe. I respect his game. I respected his game. Look at me, talk about Kobe and I just fall apart. It's really, you can see how much it affects me, how I get distracted. He scored so many points. I appreciate the skill that it took to do that. I appreciate the competitive nature that it took to put everybody on your back all the time and take responsibility for that. And yet, it's not how I am. Like, I would rather win as a team. I'd rather win as a community. That's who I am. That's how everybody knows who I am. So early on, like, he represented me in a team with my hero. And then later in life, Kobe represented me like a dark version where, like, I don't care about other people. Like, he cared about other people, but, like, it was always him first when it came to the court. And I really only want to talk about the court in this area for obvious reasons. And it's not like the others. I'm gonna play as Kobe. It's not like others weren't. I don't know. It's so hard. I know it's hard for a lot of us. I know the NBA Jam League itself has been struggling with this. So I felt like I had to talk about it and had to, like, put this out there. But it'll always be with me and always be stuck in my mind. Like, there's no other player that I could relate to this way. There's no other player who's my age who was the hot stuff when I was the hot stuff in arcades. Play with my favorite player. You can't remake that. There's my hot spot. Let's see if I can hit that thing. Whoa, I don't even have the ball. I can appreciate a person of a controversial personal background doing well. Artists separate the art from the artist. I can do that and very much respect Kobe's game. I will always be frustrated that he could not make it work with my favorite player of all time, whom I would love to meet at any point. I heard Shaq's words regarding Kobe's death. It's tragic. I'm sad. Everybody's sad. Everybody doesn't know what to do. There's all these, like, mixed emotions for me. I hear the reports about how he treated his daughters, and I admire it. He died in a helicopter crash with his daughter, taking her to a basketball game. It makes me want to, you know what, I might cry. I might actually cry. Like, in so many ways, like, he represents me well, Kobe Bryant does, including a feeling of conflict of, like, am I the person that I want to be all the time? No. And he's always going to be that person, and now he's gone. He leaves behind 4 daughters, and if you know me personally, you know how much I fight for the place of women in my male-dominated arcade scene. And after his retirement, he fought for his daughter's place in life and everything else. He was a very proud dad of daughters. And he has this problematic past. It's complicated, and I really just feel sad. How sad do I feel? I don't know what to say. I'm near tears, and I can barely play NBA Showtime with you. That's it. And nothing will ever be the same in that way. I'll never play this game or see Kobe and not think of everything that sort of goes with that, which is number 8, the brash kid, dunking on everybody, being the star of this game, being improbably handsome, and dating Brandy, and just being one of my favorite athletes at the time. The whole controversial season, the 2004 finals, the court case, of course. It'll always haunt me, and it'll always be. I don't know where to put this. You guys tell me where to put this. Sorry to get so deep on this long play, but I don't know. You rarely have a video game star and cultural icon and controversial figure that is so deeply related to how I view myself and how I relate to the world. Because even in the ways which he's wrong, when he turns his back on his teammates, on Shaq, when he calls his own number and wins games and loses games, and his record, his shot percentage with the last shot of the game, which he always took, was not great. But he hit a lot of good ones, but he missed a lot of good ones too. So I look at that and I just see it for what it is, man. He made his decision, courageous, but problematic. I'd rather win the championships. I don't know, man. Do I win this? I don't think I've won one of these games. It's like the worst long play ever. I'm winning this game. I'm winning this game, and I'm dedicating it to Kobe's daughters. Again, if you want to play this game, NBA Showtime, compared to NBA Hang Time, play defense off the ball. Shove the other guy to the ground. Leave the ball carrier basically alone. Play zone defense. Try to take steals at him. And then that other guy, just knock him down like he's Chris Willa. Bam! Oh, I like it. Tim Kircher dropping the song lyrics. This is the only game to feature the round ball rock theme, and that's a shame. Need more of that. Can't believe I'm calling for more John Tesh, but you know, there it is. Up by 2. I'm gonna finish this game out. It's been Longplays by Free Play. I'm gonna try and win this thing. Maybe I'll be a little quiet because I'm feeling a little bit somber now. Can't stop fouling either. Yeah, I just can't pay all the attention. Oh, he missed it. Why, thank you. Oh, follow-up dunks are new in this game. I've done it several times. That's what Shaq is attempting there. You can get caught in that animation. If you go up for a rebound near the rim, depending on your dunk stat, you may just go straight for a dunk without the ball. It will look so cool when you grab it and dunk it home. And it will look awful when you get caught in the animation and the other team's going the other way just because you went up for a dunk when you didn't have the ball. You might not even meant to. It's just one of the things about this game. You get used to it. This is a very, very, very good game. A masterpiece, really. The whole series is a masterpiece. I didn't need to take that shot. Never saw Kobe taking a full court shot. Oh, nice. Down 5. Can I muscle it home? I don't know. I should take all the shots too, right? Give me that ball. Whoops. I was going for the alley-oop to myself. Receipt. If you want to take the foul right there, take the foul, push him to the ground, press the steal on the ground, and then you get extra attempts to steal the ball while they're getting up. You might get a steal like that without picking up a foul, which, like, we're late in the game, so we definitely need the potential turnovers without giving up fouls. 3 fouls already. There we go. Shaq, pass the ball. NBA hang time, I'm grabbing that rebound. I went up for the dunk, paid for it. Wasn't my intent. I kind of got all the different NBA Jam games confused in my head right now because we have them all at the free play locations. This is NBA on NBC. It's a free play Fort Worth currently. I think it'll be there for a while. Spin. I'll take that. Yes, sir. Try not to commit a foul. Is that off the ball shove I was talking about? Get that. Peace out. So that one goes out to Kobe Bryant, his family surviving, and everybody who's out there hurting. I wish it was all flowers and roses. It's not in my head. But I'm never going to stop playing this team, ever. This team of Shaq and Kobe. It is a team of my youth. It is a team that is very dear to my heart. It is a team that will always have controversy in my head, in my heart. And I'm not going to turn away from it because I don't think everything is clear cut and nice and good and perfect at all times. And I just don't want to pretend that it is. It'll always kind of make me cry. I hate that we lost them. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I love you guys. We'll see you next time for a less somber long plays by free play. Feel free to comment. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't mind. It doesn't hurt nearly as bad as losing a childhood icon. Bye, guys.